We have received many questions from students where they have been asking a little more clarity about this workshop. So hopefully this video will address all the questions or doubts people have in mind. So the title of the workshop is Mini Paint Hands-on OOPS Object-Oriented Programming Workshop. So in this workshop we are going to build a mini paint application by applying object-oriented programming concepts. Now, if we take a look at the requirements for building the mini paint, then the requirements are a user should be able to draw line, oval, and rectangle. So what does this requirement mean is, I'll show you the mini paint. So this is the mini paint application that we are going to build during this workshop. So here you can see drop down, there are line, oval, and rectangle. So if I go to line, I can draw a line. If I select oval, I can draw an oval. If I select a rectangle, I can draw a rectangle. So this is what first requirement translates to. User should be able to draw line, oval, and rectangle. Second requirement says user should be able to draw filled or empty shapes. Right now, the circle and rectangle that we have drawn, they are the filled ones. So there is a checkbox here. By default, it is filled. If I remove the check, and if I go and draw a rectangle now, we'll notice this rectangle is not filled with color. Same way, if I go and draw an oval, this oval will not be filled with any color. So that is what the second requirement is. Now line does not require a filling. So for line, behavior will remain the same. So if I draw another line, it will not be filled. Third requirement that we have is user should be able to choose a color used for drawing and filling. So first here you see there is a blue color. If I click this color, then a color picker comes from which I can choose any other color. Let me choose a red color. Now if I go and draw a filled oval, we'll see it will come in red color. If I go and draw a rectangle and change the color to some other color, which is let's say green, and if I go and draw a rectangle now, it will come as green. That is what this requirement translates to. Next requirement says user should have undo and redo features for any drawing. Now we have drawn these drawings, so there is an undo button. If I click that, last shape goes off. Again click, second last goes off. Again click, third last goes off. Now what if I want all three back? I can do redo. One line comes back, another redo, circle comes back, another redo, rectangle comes back. And last requirement that we have is, okay, no, that's the second last requirement that says user should be able to clear the painting surface. So this is the surface on which we are painting. So we should be able to clear that. So if I click the clear button, everything should go off and I should be able to start drawing from scratch. That is what this requirement is all about. Then last requirement is user should be able to visualize mouse coordinates on the drawing surface. So this is the drawing surface, and at the bottom here, if you notice, 76318 is written. This is the mouse coordinate. As we are moving the mouse, we can see the coordinates are being updated at this location. So user should be able to see that. This requirement many a times helps user in drawing properly. He can, now if you want to draw another rectangle here, if you know the previous rectangle coordinates, it becomes a lot easier. And same thing, exactly same thing MS Paint has. If you notice at the bottom here, as soon as we are moving mouse on the painting surface, these are getting updated. Then in real paint, we select the shapes from the small button kind of things that are given to us. This is the toggle button. In Java, we are going to work with a drop down for now because we have just three shapes. Then colors are shown like this in paint, and we are using a color picker by clicking the color. Then undo redo features are there in paint, and if we go to top, this is undo and this is redo. So if I draw anything, if I want to undo, this is what I click. Redo, this is what I click. So kind of we are forming a mini version of what we see in paint, and this is what our mini version will look like. Here in paint we don't have the clear feature. In order to clear, what we do, we select everything and we just delete it. So That's the requirement. That is what we are going to build. I hope that answers people questions what exactly we are going to build. Now, after requirements, the second most important question that people have in their mind, and that question is, what are the tools we are using? What are the languages? What are the concepts we are going to use? Because people just want to evaluate whether they know those concepts already. So, tools and concepts that we are using are inheritance, abstraction, encapsulation, and polymorphism. These are the four object-oriented programming concepts. So if you have a knowledge about these concepts, if you have studied that from textbooks, if you have theoretical knowledge about that, then in this workshop, we are going to see how practically we are applying these four concepts to build mini paint application. So that is the first head of concepts that we are using. Second head, we are going to use an integrated development environment, an IDE, in which we will be doing the development work. So IDE is NetBeans, and this is what NetBeans looks like. This is the mini paint application that you see over here. So if I right click, say run file, so this is how we run it from NetBeans. And eventually we will make a jar file, we'll make a double clickable file. So this is the file. If I double click it, we'll see the mini paint launches. So that is what ultimately will be the outcome of the workshop. So NetBeans related concepts will be covered as part of the workshop itself. So we will update everyone what main functions of NetBeans we are going to use, how they work, and how they will be used. So all the fundamental concepts behind NetBeans will be covered as part of the workshop. Next, we are going to use Java Swing for making GUI. And here also, we do not have any expectations that students should know Java already, because Java Swing concepts that are being used for the workshop, we are going to talk about, we are going to cover those concepts in the beginning of the workshop. So first 1 hour of the workshop will be around coverage of basic fundamental concepts that are required for the workshop. So workshop will be divided into two parts, learn and build. During learning hour, we'll be learning the concepts that are required for the workshop, and in build hour, we'll be applying those concepts to build our working solution. Next, we are going to use event handling concepts to make app interactive. What we mean by interactive is when user clicks somewhere, an action has to be taken. When user is moving the mouse, then we are updating coordinates of mouse. When user clears it, some action has happened. So this is called interactivity. Based on user actions, we are updating the app. So event handling will be used for that. Again, these concepts also will be talked about during the workshops learning hour. So that's all the concepts that we are using in building MiniPaint. Next question that people have in mind is, what should we already know? What is it that uh, is expected from candidate to know already? So the set of prerequisites that we have from you are, first and foremost, you should have programming knowledge. Candidates who are going to attend this workshop, they should be comfortable in coding programs which involve data types, conditionals, loops, and arrays. If these four concepts in any language you are comfortable with, then it would not be a problem to move on to building MiniPaint. Java syntax that we are going to use, because we are picking Java as a language, because of three benefits of that. First, Java has the inbuilt GUI support. Second, Java supports event handling without us writing much code. Third, Java has a rich class library, because of which we don't need to worry about writing hundreds or thousands of lines of code. It will be very concise code in which we can get our job done. So we don't assume students will have the knowledge of Java, but if students are comfortable with data types, conditional loops, and arrays, we can help during the workshop in updating them about what is the Java syntax for loops, what is the Java syntax for arrays, what is the Java syntax for conditionals. Second prerequisite is people should know OOPS concepts. It can be in any language. You might have done C++ in your college, even that will do. But a knowledge of four OOPS concepts, what they mean, is required uh, to be there in the students. Then you will need a laptop where you will have NetBeans and Java pre-installed. So before coming for workshop, make sure your laptops have Java and NetBeans installed. We have recorded a video for that, how to install JDK and NetBeans. So that video will be shared with all of you. Just watch that video, follow the steps, and prepare your laptop before coming for the workshop. Last, people who are coming, they should be passionate for learning and building together, because this workshop is a collaborative workshop where we interact with each other, we ask questions to each other, and we build a solution together. So this workshop is all about building something together in a fun learning environment, so you should have passion for that. Next and last question that people have is, what's the benefit? What is it in it for me? What will I get if I attend the workshop? So benefits are, people get to realize the real world application of object oriented programming concepts, how we apply these concepts to build a software solution. Even though this is a mini solution, but this gives you an end-to-end overview of how products or projects are built. Second benefit that you get is, you have, by end of the workshop, you will have a fully functional program, that too developed with your own hands. Because this is a hands-on workshop, everyone who is participating is going to code on their laptop, and by the end of the workshop, you will have a fully functional program that you yourself have developed. And this will be done step by step, so it clears the understanding in our mind that how we build the project from scratch. Next, yes, there is a certificate for completion for people who come participate in this workshop. So this is what the certificate will look like. The details in the certificate may change, but this is just one representation of what kind of certificate is going to be issued to participants. In case you are interested, this is the registration link. You can go to this link. This is the short link for that. This is IZFCU. IZFCR capital, UZ is small. So it will take you to this link where you just need to drop in your registrations and you have to submit. So this slide contains the details, fee, venue, prerequisites, timings for the workshop. This is the venue, that is in Manjeera Majestic building, which is near to the Cinepolis Mall in Kukatpally. Then these are the contact details. If you need any clarifications, the mobile number, email ID, and our website is given here. Hopefully that answered all the questions people had in their mind. So see you all there in the workshop.